Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have these really cool, simple and clean cards to share with you, so let's jump right in. So I'm going to cut down my cardstock as always. I'm going to cut it down to be about 1/4 of an inch smaller than my A2 base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then my black mat will be cut down to about 1/8 of an inch smaller than my A2 base, giving me nice thin borders. Now I have to say that you guys don't have to watch the card cutting if you don't enjoy this part. You can definitely skip it and go back into the card design instead. I do leave this in specifically because I don't know what level someone is when they're watching these videos, and I want my tutorials to be as easy to follow for someone who's new as possible. I do sometimes get comments saying like I don't need to show the cutting and I don't, that kind of stuff, but I don't want any steps to be missed. I don't want people to feel like they can't follow along. So I'm going to leave it in, and you can definitely skip it if that is not your preference. Now, I find these cards to be a lot of fun to create, and I think that they're really versatile. I think you could easily change this up to be or work with anything you have in your stash. So keep that in mind. Go through your stash and find something that's going to work. Now for my stencil, I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Sparkle Fade stencil, and I have a piece of the Tim Holtz Grip underneath it. That's that gray square or rectangle that's holding everything there. That's just something that helps your paper not slide around. Otherwise, I would have used a bunch of tape to kind of hold it there. But because I want to add paste, I'm intentionally using that grip to make sure that nothing really moves as I'm working on top of it. I also have 3 colors of Distress Oxide ink. I have Squeezed Lemonade, Picked Raspberry, and Broken China. This is because I know that color theory works as pink and yellow will create an orange, yellow and blue will create a green, and blue and pink will create purple. Obviously you could bring in red instead of pink. You guys know I prefer pink. It's just generally what I reach for, but there's no right or wrong here. Grab whatever you have on hand and that will look beautiful. You could use monochromatic colors. You could use 3 colors that are your favorite. It doesn't really matter. I just grabbed 3 I knew that would blend beautifully together because I'm not going to clean my stencil in between. I do clean my brushes at the end, and I did choose to use brushes, not foam, because this is quite a delicate stencil in as much as there's quite a bit of areas that can grab. So I chose to use these brushes instead, but you could use dome foams. Just be aware that it might try to grab and rip the foam or lift up the stencil. That kind of could do either. That's why my hand is also kind of holding it there. Now you guys need to kind of bear with me. I am sick. I'm working through it. I'm trying really hard not to lose my voice. So if I don't sound as high energy as usual, I'm stoked to be here. I'm just not feeling very well. So I will do my best to, kind of be excited to be here, but I am struggling with my voice, and I'm trying really hard not to lose it as I get these voiceovers done. So just bear with me as I work through this. And then I have the stencil in the same place. So you saw me clean it off with a piece of paper towel. And then I've brought in the Tim Holtz Sparkle Texture Paste. This is a translucent paste that has sparkle embedded in it, which you guys know I love the shimmers. So I thought this would just be a really fun way to add a little bit of extra interest on top of this stencil. You don't have to do this step. You could absolutely skip it if this isn't your thing, if you don't enjoy pastes. But it does give it just a little bit of something extra. And now this little squeegee thing that I'm using, I actually learned this in I believe it was the most recent Tim Holtz Asked and Answered. He did, I believe it was on the paints specifically, but he used this when he was doing some stuff with his paints, and I thought it was a great idea. So I did grab them. They're just off of Amazon. I'll link to them in the description, as I always do. Everything is always linked and listed in the description for you guys, unless it's something that's no longer available, in which case I try to find something as close to the item I've used as possible, because I love to use old things. So this card design is actually kind of fun. This sentiment that I'm going to use, I don't think I have ever used. It came in a Simon Says Stamp kit 3 years ago. It might have even been longer. I don't even remember. If you guys have been with me for quite a while, you know that I used to do like a 5 card 1 kit video back when I kind of first started my channel. So that was 5 years ago. And then I stopped doing them because, tariffs happened and it just got unrealistic and it wasn't something I could afford to keep doing. And I got behind on the kits and I was just struggling to come up with ideas and whatever. Like it just was something that I couldn't keep on the channel at the time. But if you've seen my recent poll that went out here a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I asked you guys what kind of a series you'd like to see on the channel. And 5 cards, 1 kit actually won the vote. People have voted since, so now Mixed Media is actually winning, but the poll ended a while ago. So when I checked it after the allotted time I had given it, the 5 cards, 1 kit had won. So I have ordered the May kit. It is on its way. You will see a video probably around the end of May, just because I have to receive the kit and then I have to make and edit the video. So it will be one of the Mondays at the end of the month. But there is going to be a 5 cards, 1 kit video coming using the May Simon Stamp kit. So it's just kind of funny that, you know, things kind of come around, and I just love that. So this sentiment, I think I'll keep you with a little heart. It came in a kit from Simon a long time ago, and I don't think I've ever used it. So I was going through my stash because you guys know I am a big believer in using what you own because you invested your hard-earned money into it. So you want to use those items. And I thought it would be really fun to create a card that had this as the sentiment. But then I had to figure out a way that would feature this in a way that it didn't, it popped, but it didn't steal the show. So this is the design I came up with. It kind of shows appreciation to negative space, which is not my forte. You guys know I tend towards vibrant colors. I'm a more is more style creator. I want to add everything in the kitchen sink to my designs, and I had to really rein myself in with this one because it is a fairly simple design and I feel like it could easily be recreated. Grab a stencil out of your stash, whatever it happens to be, as long as it has some negative space, and add your favorite colors through it. Then add a little bit of sparkle paste. If you like paste, you could leave it otherwise. And then grab a sentiment that has a shadow layer, which what you've seen here, I've cut it out of vellum, and then I've cut my sentiment out of white cardstock because I want this to be kind of a fun light design. And then the black mat is just going to make everything pop and look really neat. So that's kind of what I was thinking with this one, but you could easily recreate this. Grab a sentiment that you haven't used, especially that if it's a word die, you could make your own sentiment out of letter alphabets dies if you wanted to do it that way. It just wouldn't have that cool shadowy layer, but you could absolutely do it. Just grab something out of your stash and have fun. That is the whole point of my whole channel. You guys know I say this all the time, that creating is supposed to bring you happiness and joy. And if it isn't, then maybe you need to step away, or maybe you need to simplify the design, or, you know, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to, you know, bring you happiness in a world that's a bit crazy right now. And so I'm hoping that, you know, you find joy in creating, and that's kind of what my channel is intending to bring. And for those little hearts, I did just bring in my inks again. So I colored one in the Squeezed Lemonade, one in the Picked Raspberry, and one in the Broken China, and then I kind of adhered them where they belong back on that design. Just, I think it's a little fun pop of color that's kind of eye-catching with the background. And then we're going to build the cards. Like I said, these are quite simple, and I feel like this would be, you know, a really fun design in so many different colors and different ways. And I didn't clean my stencil in between my colors because I got different shades of each color that way. So you can see on my backgrounds, they're completely dry at this point. You can see that this is the same 3 colors, but look how different they look. Well, you can't see right now because of course it's focusing on my glue bottle, but you'll see it here in a moment, and you'll see it in the close-ups at the end of the video. But it just gives you an idea of not cleaning the stencil in between didn't cause any issues to my ink or anything. And I just cleaned my brushes when I was finished. I cleaned them with a baby wipe. I just wipe them off until no more color comes off of them, and then I let them dry, and then I put them away because I don't use the brushes super often. But you can kind of see, like on the first card that I used, the yellow is very vibrant. On the other 2, it's a little bit more orange tint, which is really cool. Or like my blue is a little bit more tealy instead of a very bright blue. You know, my pink is almost a little bit more purple. Like it just gives you a different effect, even though I've used the exact same materials. So that kind of allows your cards to have a little bit of something extra that makes them stand out apart from each other, but they're still incredibly cohesive because it's still the same colors. They just have a slight different shade to them. So a really fun way to stretch your materials as well if you don't have a large stash, because I know if you're starting out, maybe you don't have that many items in your stash yet, and that's perfectly okay. I try really hard to stretch everything as much as I can, just because I know how expensive things can be, you know, so I want you to use them multiple times in multiple different ways. I have to admit though, I sometimes am worried that you guys are going to get bored with my videos because I don't buy a lot of new stuff. You guys know this. And it's one thing that I think a lot of you appreciate from my channel is that I'm not always showcasing new items. Rarely do I showcase new items, actually. But then that makes me worry sometimes that you might get bored with what's on my channel because you may have seen a card similar with similar items because I don't have new items. So I don't have new stuff to work with. So you guys give me your thoughts on that. You know, I hope you still enjoy my content, and regardless of what I'm making, it can give you an idea of something you can work towards with items you already have in hand. Because of course, you know, it's one of those things where it's really, it's hard to work with the same things over and over and over. So I'm trying really hard to come up with great ideas that you guys can recreate with something you might have on hand. Or if you don't own the stencil, maybe you'll grab the stencil. You guys do know that I have affiliate links in the description. So if you've loved something you saw in my video and you're thinking about purchasing it, it would be amazing if you use those affiliate links. It doesn't charge you anything extra, but I get a small commission just as hey, I sent you to this website, you purchased this item because you're inspired by me. So it does help out the channel if you're going to purchase it, if you use my links. So that would be phenomenal if you guys don't mind. And then you guys know, simple is hard for me. So I did have to add a little shimmer and shine. You could stop here. These cards are beautiful. It doesn't need anything extra. However, I need to add extra. So I'm going to splatter on some Perfect Pearls I keep mixed up in a mini mister bottle on the background, just to add a little bit of extra shimmer and shine. And then for a little more shimmer and shine, but it's a very subtle one, is that I brought in my glitter pen and I'm going over the heart, the whole sentiment, the heart and the words. And that just adds a little bit of something extra. You'll see it when I hold it up. You could use glitter cardstock. However, I find glitter cardstock, it's not subtle, and I want the background to be what catches your eye the most. And then you see the sentiment and it's like, oh, cool, check out this, you know, kind of funny sentiment. So I want it to be very subtle. I do clean off my glitter brush after I go over something with the Oxide, because you guys know Oxide is water. It moves, right? So it will transfer a little bit of the color onto my pen. So I just kind of wiped it off on my glass mat to make sure that I wasn't transferring the color from the heart all over the letters, because that's not the intention. Although it could look cool. It'd be like a watercolor effect. And I had to add pearls. Like I said, you could have stopped these cards a few steps ago and they still would have been beautiful. But I like to add all the things. I like to have all the shimmer and shine. So I did add a bunch of glitter and some pearls just because I can. I have them in my stash. I have a fair amount of embellishments and I love using them. So I did bring them out. But if embellishments are not your thing or you don't have any, skip this step. You don't have to add them. I just really want you guys to create. That is the whole intention of the channel. What you create is immaterial. I just want you to create because I think it's good for your soul and I think it will make you smile, and that just brings me so much joy. So hopefully you were inspired by something on the channel. Here you're going to get a close-up look of all that cool shimmer and shine on these cards. And I hope you guys enjoyed these more simple card designs. I hope you'll leave me a like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do new videos every Monday and Thursday. And we are inching closer and closer to Christmas in July. So that is always super exciting. And I want to say a very big thank you to my members. You guys are phenomenal. Your support helps me keep this channel going, and I cannot express what you guys mean to me. Thank you so, so much. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave me your favorite rainbow emoji. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.